My name is Jim Smanik, one of the authors of Teacher's Edition for the first edition of Biology for the AP Biology course written by James Morris, Dominic Castagnetti, John Lepre, and Rick Rohelia. In this video, I will provide an overview of the correlation between this textbook and the AP Biology curriculum, as well as what additional resources are available. One of the ways this book and its resources makes things easier for you is that it is laid out exactly like the AP Biology curriculum. If you follow the table of contents for the book, your students will learn all of the content and be exposed to all of the skills required by the AP curriculum. This book correlates with the AP Biology curriculum in the following ways. The units are the same units as listed in the curriculum and are in the same order. The modules correlate with the topics within each unit with only minor adjustments where it made sense to do so. For example, the 4 topics in the framework concerning macromolecules were reorganized into 3 modules that made more learning sense. The big ideas, the threads that are woven throughout the course, are included in every module to help ensure students understand the context of the new content. The science practices are developed in nearly every activity offered in the Teacher's Edition. Incidentally, there are usually 2 activities available per page from which you can choose. As mentioned earlier, Biology for the AP Biology course follows the AP Biology curriculum. Begins with the foundational biochemistry concepts in Unit 1, as well as an introduction to the process of science and a statistics tutorial. You may also want to consider bringing in Tutorial 4 on graphing. This is valuable in a scientific inquiry course such as AP Biology. One way of thinking about one of the goals of the course is that we are teaching students to think like scientists. This requires students to think like and do the work of scientists the entire year. This thread is included throughout the book with 25 opportunities to practice science in application to a real experiment. The activities in the Teacher's Edition also provide numerous opportunities to help students approach questions and data as a scientist. Unit 2 introduces cell structure and function, including a more in-depth discussion of the cell membrane and its role in cellular transport. Module 12, The Origin of Compartmentalization, an example of how the big ideas, this time evolution, are being woven throughout the course. Unit 1 discussed chemical reactions, and Unit 2 cellular functions such as transport. These involve energy, which leads us to Unit 3. Unit 3 addresses the harnessing and transfer of energy from the sun to food to ATP, as well as the role of enzymes in these and other cellular processes. Once again, not only is the big idea of energetics obviously embedded in this entire unit, but Module 19 connects metabolism, the interaction of the environment, with the big ideas of interactions and evolution. The next questions are: how do cells replicate, and how do they know when to do so? Unit 4 discusses cell communication, also referred to as cell signaling, and the cell cycle. Unit 5, Heredity, is fun for students. It discusses the production of gametes via meiosis and how information is passed from parents to offspring. Since phenotypes are not only determined by genotypes, the effects of the environment on phenotypes are discussed in Module 29. Additionally, the second tutorial of this textbook is included on probability. Unit 6 answers many of the questions that linger from previous units. What is DNA and RNA, and how does it store its information? Then, how is this information passed from cell to cell? DNA replication. How do genotypes become phenotypes? Transcription, RNA processing, and translation. How do cells know what genes to express and what genes to repress? Regulation of gene expression. What happens if mistakes occur? Mutations. How are humans able to manipulate genes? Biotechnology. Finally, so appropriate during the pandemic, viruses. Unit 7 brings it all together by discussing evolution. Since the concept of evolution and fitness have been discussed throughout the previous 6 units, the emphasis here are on the mechanisms of evolution, including its quantification, speciation, and phylogeny. Included in the discussion are the role of variation in evolution, as well as the evidence for the origin of life. Unit 8 serves as the ultimate application of the big idea interaction as it explores ecology. Here, we see an emphasis on the flow of energy and cycling of matter, which connects back to cellular energetics and forward to ecosystem diversity. The remaining math equations are introduced in Unit 8 with Tutorial 3 embedded to help students interact with the growth equations required for the exam. As you can already see, There's a lot to cover in an AP Biology course, and teaching the diverse topics and skills in the curriculum requires a diversity of teaching approaches. To help you make plans and make decisions, we've written a teacher's edition that contains activities and tips for classes of every type and teachers of every level of experience. The teacher's edition was written by myself and Paula Phillips. Browse through the hard copy of the teacher's edition to see the breadth of activities suggested for every concept in the book, or access the electronic teacher's edition online to have instant access to the handouts that accompany the activities described in the teacher's edition. First, let's walk through the content at the beginning of the teacher's edition, which provides some general information about the book and the AP Biology course. First, in the front matter of the book, you'll find a primer on teaching AP Biology. The primer provides an overview of the course and the materials available to you to help you in your preparation to teach. Also included is an introduction to the AP Biology exam. This is important as it provides a clearer picture of your target for teaching the course. Much of this material is also available on the College Board website. Next are a list of topics covered as well as their relative weight on the exam, a pacing guide for each unit, and tips for preparing students for an AP level course. Provides a valuable reminder that scaffolding allows students to learn, develop, and finally master content and skills. The primer also contains a section on using the textbook and resources, which is a valuable list of information and tips on how to effectively utilize the sometimes overwhelming number of activities. Additionally, you will find a valuable list of tips for utilizing the textbook and AP classroom questions to best prepare your students for the AP exam. Other topics addressed in the primer are homework, activities, and projects, and ideas on what to teach after the exam. Finally, you're not just teaching a class, but building a program. The primer contains some helpful hints for recruiting future students. Let's now dig into the content of the teacher's edition, the so-called blue pages that precede every unit, and the wraparound content. There's so much helpful information in the teacher's edition, beginning in the blue pages. The unit and module overviews highlight the key takeaways. We all have students that need a little more guidance, so take a look at the differentiation statements throughout. The pacing guide provides the learning objectives for each module, as well as a key activity for each objective and a pacing suggestion. The correlation to the AP course is provided to help you feel confident that you're covering everything students need to know about the exam. Every resource used in the teacher's edition is listed for easy reference. The TRM button throughout tells you to find and download resources when you need them. The PD button shares the availability of professional development video that walks through difficult concepts and challenges. After the blue pages, you'll find pages with shrunken versions of the student edition and a wraparound with activities and tips that are located right next to the content in the book that they address. The wraparound content consists of activities at a range of complexity for classes of any format, size, or level of student preparation. Most of the activities fit within at least one of the following. Connect, one of the more important categories for long-term learning, as it helps you spiral the content throughout the course. It helps guide the threading of the big ideas and themes of biology throughout. Teach. This category helps with the daily teaching decisions by suggesting discussion questions and providing guided questions for pertinent figures. Engage. This category gets the students involved with group activities and multimedia. Extend. In an inquiry-type course, this category provides an avenue for further research opportunities. Assess. There are many formative opportunities that will provide you data for those what-next type decisions. Paula and Jim's Corner. This is where Paula and I provide advice based on our collective experience teaching, training AP teachers as College Board consultants, and working with the AP exam. Each activity provides easy access to resources such as videos, animations, and handouts, identifies the science practice, and provides differentiate sections to help students who need a little more support. The TRM icons indicate the availability of a student and teacher handout, discussion questions, or sample problems. Quantitative skills and science practices are included and indicated in almost all activities in the teacher's edition. In the student text, students are exposed to quantitative skills and all the equations on the AP Biology equation sheet in multiple ways, including analyzing statistics and data boxes. In these boxes, students are given a review of a mathematical concept or equation that was explained in the body of the text, and then are walked through a solved problem that uses that concept. Each box ends with an unanswered Your Turn question, whose answer can be found in the Teacher's Edition wraparound. Extra opportunities to practice are provided in additional Your Turn problems for each analyzing stats and data box. If the student needs more assistance, there are problem-solving videos to help them work through these problems. The wraparound contains answers to all of the questions in the Student Edition, right where the question appears in the Student Edition. Students are provided numerous opportunities to practice science by analyzing graphs, data sets, and modules. An additional resource is the illustrative examples for each unit that uses an in-depth look at one biological example or phenomenon to tie together concepts from the unit and apply multiple scientific thinking skills. In the student text, AP practice question at the ends of each module and unit help students apply skills and concepts building up to the practice exam at the end of the book. Additional AP-style FRQs for each unit, linked to in the Teacher's Edition and available in the Teacher's Resources, provides additional practice for items that traditionally challenge the students. Finally, AP exam skills boxes in the Teacher's Edition wraparound help students learn problem-solving strategies. These tips suggest ways to talk through stems, answers, and solutions with your class. If you are using the electronic version of the Teacher's Edition, available in our online platform, all of the resources needed for each activity are available at point of use. Click on the TRM buttons to access the handouts that accompany the activities and the video icons to access our animations, which are also available in the online platform. Also included are PD videos at the beginning of each unit. These videos offer tips and advice on how to teach with the new course framework, what to emphasize in a given module, how to anticipate and overcome common pitfalls, as well as tips for helping students realize success. Lecture slides can also be accessed through the electronic Teacher's Edition or in the online platform. These slides contain all of the figures in the book and provide a simple base on which you can build your class discussions. Many other resources are available outside of the Teacher's Edition and on the online platform, including the active reading guides, which are self-guided study tools to help students engage with every module. A test bank with more than 2,000 questions is also available. Finally, the online platform offers many more opportunities to assign students practice problems and animations with assessment. All AP practice problems that are assignable online are written with specific incorrect answer feedback, so your students are learning even when they make mistakes. Paul and I wish you the same satisfying journey teaching AP Biology as we have enjoyed. This course provides all of us an intellectual challenge that is rewarded. It also provided the opportunity to share our passion for biology with our students, as well as helping them develop lifelong learning skills. If you are at the beginning of this journey, it may be a bit scary, but I wish you the same growth many AP teachers have experienced on their way to becoming masters of their craft.